And we're live. Well, thank you for joining me. I'm extra early tonight. I am tired. It's been quite the day. Stay tuned. I ended up throwing up in the hyperbaric oxygen tank, so we'll talk about that. Good little story. Nothing better than a good story to tell. Um, so that happened today. Um, Other than that, just chilling here. Um, I got an interesting. I'm sorry. My stomach's been really weird. Got a really interesting article today from one of our subs. It's showing that adenocarcinoma. I don't know. I only just read it. I haven't had a chance to really read into it. But I've been curious about if um, if adenocarcinoma is more glucose dependent or more glutamine dependent. And I was reading an article about it, about small cell carcinoma, however you say that, small cell carcinoma, whatever it is, versus adenocarcinoma and stuff. Just at a quick glance, it looks like adenocarcinoma is more glutamine dependent. So that's interesting to know. If that's the case, having a protocol that takes glutamine into consideration would be a wise thing. So we'll get into why I threw up in the tank today. That's pretty funny here in a few minutes. Just let everybody file in. Um, yeah, my wife's back home, so I went extra early tonight. So I don't think there'll be too many people filing in tonight. We'll see. 6:30 is quite a bit earlier than normal. Um, yeah, so my truck gave me issues on the way home, so that was interesting. I had to take it to the shop and get a rental car because I got to get to my treatments. I don't know if it's the lifters in the engine or if it's the transmission or if it's maybe the rear differential. Hard to say. So that kind of stressed me out. Ended up taking me an extra 2 hours to get home today. I'm kind of getting pissed off in my truck. It always seems to want to break. So I don't know. I'd love to just trade in and get a different kind. It's a Chevy, it's a GM, it's always broken. So I guess don't buy a GM Chevy pickup truck because apparently there are always problems always in the shop. Everybody I talk to that's had one hates it or doesn't hate it. They're nice trucks, but they're always broken. Mine's a 2018. It is getting older, but I mean that's no excuse for at 160,000 kilometers to have these sorts of issues. So anyhow, so anyways, I guess I'll tell you how the whole story kind of transpired with throwing up in the hyperbaric oxygen tank today. So I don't recommend ever doing that because you're kind of stuck in there with yourself. So it's not recommended. It's very tough to do. There's not a lot of room to maneuver. Because I didn't eat much yesterday, because it was D-Day. I was absolutely starving this morning, so I thought I'll just stop at Tim Hortons. Get one of these egg bites made from egg. Can't be bad. I thought I should look up to see the carbs, including me and sugar, but I didn't. It was probably a lot. I don't know. Anyways, they gave me two little egg bites. I thought I'd eat one of them, like just throw out the other one. So I ate one of them. It was just I thought it was pure egg. Apparently, somebody told me they have a lot of sugar in them, but I only ate one of them, and I'll never eat one again. And so I ate it. Got to H-Bot. I always fast before H-Bot. This one time, I thought, well, we'll give it a try. A lot of this press pulse stuff with H-Bot's trial and error, so I thought I'll just give it a try. Honestly, I was nauseous the entire time. I literally felt like that I felt like I was spinning inside of the chamber. It was a horrible experience. There's no room to move. I always go in with a plastic bag in case I have to throw up, and then I can turn it. It's got little locks on it. And so I had my plastic bag in there with me. They don't let anything but plastic in the chamber because it's pure oxygen. So there's a risk of it catching fire. So as I'm laying in the chamber, um, I ended up throwing up really hard. I had to maneuver myself over and I went to town. Thank God I had that bag. And the doctor, the HBOT doctor, was standing over me. And I had told him because I was sweating profusely. I knew it was coming. I told him this is going to happen. He's like, well, No problem, Jay. We can bring you down pressure a little bit. We can bring you out or we can leave you in. What do you want to do? And I'm like, I'll just stick it out. I got my bag. He goes, Yep, you got the tools you need to take care of it. I say, Yep. And so here I am throwing up hard. And the doctor, he felt so helpless standing over me. He's got the thing to communicate with me in his hand. He's like, You okay? I'm like, Yep. And this went on. There's 2 different occasions over the 110 minutes I was in there. When by the time he got me out, he goes, "I bet you couldn't get wait to get out." I said, "Absolutely not." So it was really nice having a really good HBOT doctor that didn't panic, let me stay in, get a full treatment in. It was really amazing. He's aware of the issues I'm having with the pylorus muscle, and I told him, like, when it started, the onset, like, about 10 minutes in, I just broke into the sweat, and I just felt nauseous, and I told him. So it was quite the experience. First real solid food I've had other than that salad. The salad was delicious. It helped a lot of my symptoms. Is part of this from D-Day carrying over? It obviously could be. Again, I'm not saying my protocol. Could be from D-Day. I'm there. I got to take more certain things to make sure that the symptoms of D-Day are a lot less. But that's what we're doing here. I'm recording my journey. This is what happened. And if you're going to take on some sort of a protocol like this, you're going to have to be ready to adjust. And honestly, like, salad is all I could eat. It's making me better. So that's what I'm eating. I'm just going with it. I'd prefer to be eating meat, but there's, you know, salad's what it is right now. It makes my stomach feel better. It's making the pain go away. Gonna definitely increase psyllium husk astronomically. And that's that. So that was the day today. That was the D-Day. There's a few people in here. Anybody have any questions, start throwing them in the comments. My wife's home. Got the truck to the mechanics. Went and got a rental car because I got to make sure I can get to treatments. And that's about the end of it. Yeah, so if anybody has any comments or questions, post away. Um, Next D-Day's Friday. Today's Tuesday. So I got another couple days to recover from the last one. What's really funny is my ketones were 1.4 today, and after HBOT, they were down to 0.6. I'm not sure why they would drop. But again, I was throwing up, and when I throw up, glucose spikes. My glucose spiked from 82 to 118, and that's with no hydromorph, just probably the pain and throwing up. And my ketones dropped. I don't understand why throwing up would drop my ketones, but I cannot get my ketones up when I keep getting sick. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I can't answer it. Doesn't matter how much fat I eat. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if my ketones are at 3 finally where they're supposed to be. I get sick one time, my ketones fall to 1 or even lower. And then HBOT, they went down. I don't understand. I actually took a MCT oil this morning, and that was like 2 hours before HBOT, so that would have stayed in my system. Yeah, I don't know. Why getting sick? I understand the glucose, the stress and the pain would spike your glucose. I get that. The egg bite might add sugar in it, so that can explain the glucose a little bit. I don't know if it did. It was just pure egg. Um, but yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, and then there's a subscriber again about the article I read that adenocarcinoma might be more glutamine dependent. I wish there was more literature on it. I haven't looked into it too much. I was wondering it. We were talking about it, and yeah, he sent me an article. Anyhow, guys, it's just a good little story, quick little update. Anybody have anything to say in the comments? Throw her in there, or maybe we'll shut this one down early. My wife's home after being gone a couple days, so I can go see her and hang out with her. If that's all for today. It was an early live. Hopefully, some of you guys tune in later on. Yeah, it was just an early time. So I switched the lens on my camera. One of our subscribers knows about video, so I have a new lens on here. Hopefully, I'm coming through more clear than normal. It's hard for me to tell here, but anyhow, guys, I think we'll wrap this up then. No need to drag it out. And yeah, just getting ready for the next D-Day. Hopefully, getting my ketones up. Everybody have a good night. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you're watching this after, or if you're new to the channel right now. Have a good night, guys. Bye.